So hanging out of the kitchen here, this is where probably they handed out the rolls and stuff. There's this little overhang that you can see, and this entire overhang is being sold for the buyer to take down. Also, there's a small little area with the platform and shelves and paper towel dispensers. That's all going to be sold as one. And then also these lights. So I did want to point that out, that these are also going in like one big lot, except the overhang. And you can see how large this overhang is, that it goes all the way around. So now as we go into the kitchen, we are selling, again, pretty much everything. Got a couple charbroilers here. Any type of stainless steel shelving that you'll see is going. There are 4 vent hoods in this roadhouse, Logan's Roadhouse. And all 4 of them will be sold separately. So there's 1 here, and then there's 2 over here, and then there's 1 back in another room. So there are 4 vent hoods in this building here, and as you can see, we have gone ahead and removed these for you guys, which takes a lot of work, but that is one of the things that we have decided to go ahead and remove, so that you would not have to deal with that. Again, there's 4 here. You can see 1 to your right, and then these 2 in the background here, and then there's 1 in the next room over that I will also show. We've got a salamander here, and then we have this very large stainless steel steam table here. And again, everything that you see, which there's not much up here, but any emergency lights, exit lights throughout the building will be going as well. Through here, this is the 4th and final vent hood that's in this building. You can see where they have just taken it apart or dismantled it basically. They've been working all week on doing this. It's taken about 4 days to get all of the vent hoods down, so that's pretty much a day's work right there. More soap dispensers and paper towel dispensers. Over here is a whole like dishwashing station. This big kind of like a U-shaped, or I guess like a square-shaped sink area. Except this is, they are going together, even though they are separate pieces. They are being sold together as one because they connect. So this is all one lot here that you're bidding on, and you're also bidding on everything that's on the wall right there. And we also have this stainless steel sink around here. Something else I'd like to mention before we get too much further is that you will also be bidding on the stuff on these walls here in the kitchen. And you'll get all of that all around the entire kitchen area. And we've got this Dell field. I don't know exactly what was tested and what was not entirely, but I do know that most everything that we have tested so far is working. So I cannot guarantee on this one, but there's several things. When we get into the other room, other part of the kitchen, there are some of those things that I know we've tested and are working, and I'll point those out to you as well. Back this way, we do have the guys working. They are still taking some of the compressors down out from the roof for the walk-in coolers. So that's what you'll hear in the background, just that those things are coming down. So I'll show you some walk-in coolers here in a second. The walk-in coolers will have to be disassembled yourself, but the guys are doing the part of taking the compressors down out of the for you. So in this part of the kitchen, we have this big ice machine and ice bin going together. And then there's a very dark room without electricity, so I can't really show you a lot of what's in there, but there's only one piece. It's a stainless steel shelf with like a lot of like taps on it. I forget what it's called exactly, but you'll be able to see in the pictures what it is. And then back in this corner, we've got just a cabinet here, and then this right here, it's the acronym is BOSS, but it stands for Best Oil Storage System. That is this storage place here, and then also the machine with it, and you can see that they connect together here through this pipe, so that's that for you. And also these hooks, or not hooks, but the rails on the walls are all going. The chairs here. Right here is our first walk-in cooler. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 walk-in coolers. You can see over here where they are working. Everything's stuff down. There is a roof access right here. That's where everyone is. That's where they're able to go up and get the compressors off. So, but this right here is the biggest walk-in. It's actually a 2-room walk-in cooler. So you'll bid on one, but you're getting both of these rooms, which have 2 compressors and all of that. So it's almost acting as 2. But you are getting both of these if you bid on just this one. So that's a good thing to keep in mind as you're bidding throughout. If you're wondering, like, why is this one, so much bigger or whatever, that would explain it all. We have this little, I guess it was probably a security room where the security guard watched the cameras or something along those lines. And in here we are selling all the cabinets. We're selling this box up here, all the blinds, and even the door is going as well. So those are some things in here. I'll try not to spend too much time on these, but there's 4 walk-in coolers down along this wall. All of these are being sold separately, so 1, 2, 3, and then there's one tucked back in the corner that I will go and show you in here in just a second. And then there's quite a bit of equipment in here, and this is the equipment that was all tested. We'll start with these 4-hand sinks. And then I believe this one was a Delafield, if I remember correctly. This is a Nemco. This was tested working, got very cold. And this also was tested working. And then we've got a few, actually several, probably about 4 of these racks that we're selling, all about the same size. These, just the shelving, and then more sinks, and there's a speed rack down there. We're also selling these on the walls. Are going all in one lot. There's one on the wall behind the camera as well. But there's all of those being sold. And then I will go and show you into the last walk-in cooler, and then we will only have 1 more room to go into before we complete the quote-unquote tour of this building. This is the last walk-in cooler. I only wanted to show it just so I could, so you could see all of the pipes and taps going through here, that you'll be getting all of those as well. The only thing not included in this walk-in cooler is the shelf. The shelf is sold separately, but everything else that is attached to it is all going with it. So I thought it was important to note that for you guys as well. So next we'll head into the party room, which was the one or is what I would consider a party room, basically reserved for big groups. And that'll be the last that I will have to show of this auction. Pretty big area, but you'll just follow me along and we'll go into that room next. Alright, so this is the last room of the Logan's Roadhouse building. This is pretty much the party room or the reservation room for large gatherings. We have just mostly in this room is a bunch of tables and chairs of all different sizes. There's a couple of round tables, A lot of square tables. There's some pub tables in the background here. And then again, same as throughout the entire building, you have the exit sign, the double lights, the ceiling fans, and one TV mount in this room that will all be going in their own lots as well. Also the blinds, and this right here is the other side to the fireplace that I showed in the first video. That would also be going. And then all of these doors, we have already taken off the hinges for you, but these are going as a 2 times the bid for both sets. So you would bid on one of these and you'd get 1 set of doors, and then another one would be for the other set of doors. And that pretty much wraps up this entire building. So I just wanted to give you guys a few quick reminders that this auction is on site. So you have to drive here to Logan's Roadhouse in Fort Smith. If you look it up, even though it's a closed location, it still gives you the address. If you just look up Logan's Roadhouse, it'll take you right to it if you're not from the area. This auction is going live tonight, which is at the time of the recording. By the time it gets up, it might already be live on the website, so you would want to check that out. And then it will be ending on Thursday, June 9th, with removal day on Friday, June 10th. So please just keep that in mind as we're going out throughout these next couple of weeks. And we really hope we'll see you guys on Friday, June 10th.